Well, I can't quite believe this, guys. A school in London is currently undergoing a student protest because, apparently, the school has decided, under new policies, among other things, to ban Afro hairstyles and colourful hijabs. Here we go. So the footage you can see now is of the students undergoing the protest. Quite short footage here is all I could grab from social media. And this is all happening at Pimlico Academy, which is in Pimlico, obviously. I used to live quite near to Pimlico Academy. I remember it well. Very vibrant school, which is probably my grumpy old man way of saying it was very noisy, but it always was, and it's always been there. It's been a massive school, very well known, and apparently these new policies are underway. Let me give you a bit more context for this, because The Guardian have actually written a small article about it. I'll just read you a little bit of that out so you understand exactly what the context is here. A London secondary school that has been criticised for changes to its policies and curriculum and for a strict new uniform policy is in turmoil, facing mass staff resignations, a student protest and a vote of no confidence in its head teacher. One teacher predicts a mass exodus of staff at Pimlico Academy, with up to 30 members due to leave at the end of the year. Students are also planning a large protest to be held on the school grounds on Wednesday morning. And that's happening right now. Now, the head teacher in question is a man called Mr. Smith. And Mr. Smith is the guy who the students obviously don't like and they want out. And they're kind of blaming him for these rather odd and, well, they're kind of completely and utterly tone deaf, out of step with what's going on in the country and the world in general sort of changes. He's called Mr. Smith, as I just said, and one pupil did film him asking him about the protest, and here's what that pupil filmed.
Smith, what do you have to say? What do you have to say about the protest, Mr. Smith? Mr. Smith, stop walking away. Where are you going?
Why am I so bothered about this? Well, as some of you may know from watching some of my previous videos, my wife is black, and I'm of Arab descent, so my children are mixed. And my eldest son, who's 7, soon going to be 8, has a big afro. And I'm very proud of his afro, and he is very proud of his afro. And every morning we go through the rigmarole of trying to comb it and deal with all that nonsense, but he likes it. The only problem is I've noticed as he's got older and he's gone through the school system, that every time someone criticises his afro, he'll come home and say, I want to shave it off. I don't want to have this big hair anymore. And then that will settle down and he'll go back to loving it again. And what I don't like is when people want to exclude others because of what is their natural look. You know, I don't want my son to get rid of his afro. I love his afro. It's part of his character, it's part of the way he looks, it's what makes him special, it's part of his identity, and there should be no criticism for it. And I don't understand what reason the school could have for wanting no afros. It doesn't make sense. I mean, how harmful can an afro be? There are loads of probably racist thoughts that go through people's heads about what might be contained within an afro. Could people be hiding things in afros? And all that kind of stuff that white people think about. And listen, I guarantee you the only thing most people are hiding in afros is a hair comb. That's it. If that, my friend. There's nothing to be concerned about. So I'm not quite sure what the reason could be. And as for colourful hijabs, again, I don't know why that's a problem. But I'm sure we'll find out as the day goes on. And I have to say, I think the students have made a good point here, and they're drawing attention to something that does need to be looked at. In fairness, I do have to say, we have not heard from the school yet. We haven't heard their side of the story, and I'm assuming we will by the end of the day. But I just thought I'd update you on this. It's a very interesting thing that's happening, and let me know what you think. Leave your comments below, and thanks for watching. Bye.